In this video, I'm asking the question, can a fluid head be better than a ball head or a geared head? And the reason I'm asking this question is, one of the struggles I've had with both the ball head and the geared head is when doing wildlife photography, actually being able to smoothly pan and follow the wildlife without the need to carry a big gimbal around. And the other one is actually for YouTube, so I can get smooth B-roll. My B-roll is normally handheld or static. So what I really wanted was a great solution for both of these. So let's see how we get on with this Neewer, and what better place to test it than one of my local nature reserves. So let's get moving. I'll go through the specifications first and then we'll put it into practice. So let's very quickly run through the specs. The first thing is it's got a Swiss Arca plate that comes with it. That's got a safety notch on, just attaches to the camera and mounts through the screw-in on the side. Standard tripod mount as well in the base, so it'll attach to pretty much any tripod that you require. It also comes with a small Allen key, which is great, held in magnetically, very handy for when out in the field. It has a lever so that you can rotate it vertically, and that is so smooth. It has a lever so that then you can release it and rotate it horizontally. If you release both of those, then you've got diagonal movement as well. I'll show you this in action in just one second. It also has a base leveling plate, which allows you to unlock, and it has a 10-degree adjustment on the base. And it also has a little bubble level so that you can get it level in the first instance. For the actual lever itself, which increases your smoothness with the fluid head, you've got a little lever so that you can adjust the arm to make it more convenient for yourself, maybe keep it out of the way of any equipment that you may also have attached to a tripod. It also extends as well, so that is super smooth, and that just gives you that increased fluidity when using the actual fluid head. The other nice touch is that it has a padded handle which actually just reduces vibration that may go through the handle. So let's head on down to the actual water side now and see this in action. And here's some footage showing the horizontal. This shows how easy it is and how smooth it is to pan horizontally. And the same smoothness can be applied vertically. I actually captured this a day later at a lighthouse because there was very little vertical movement to capture at the wildlife centre. And the free flowing shows you it in all two dimensions, both horizontally and vertically, and how smooth and how easy it is to track subjects. This is so much better and smoother than I could ever have achieved with a ball head or a geared head. I found the controls, the locking mechanisms on the horizontal and vertical axes, particularly easy and intuitive to use. And one thing you'll notice, all the footage I've captured today, I've pushed this quite hard because I have used the 100 to 500mm lens. So it's got quite a bit of weight and quite a bit of balancing to do during the capture of this footage. And I've got the middle size. Neewer do 3 different sizes. I have the middle one, and I'll give you a bit more feedback in the conclusion a little bit later on. And certainly from my initial use today, this is something that I'll be taking on the road with me so that I can really get some better B-roll, and also when I'm doing bird and wildlife photography, to really be able to capture some more stable and free-flowing images. This is certainly something that I'll continue to use extensively for B-roll and wildlife and bird photography. And I actually believe it could replace a ball head because it also provides the stability. The one thing I wish is that I have the slightly bigger one. It does suffer a little bit with the 100 to 500. So if you're in the market for something like this, check out fluid heads, definitely. I'll put the links down below to the Neewer ones. I'll put all 3 in. In terms of which one I would recommend, the first one is the smaller one, is absolutely brilliant for small compacts and phones. If you want the middle one, it's brilliant for mirrorless with small lenses. It does suffer a little bit with a large telephoto lens on it. And then the bigger one, if you do have a mirrorless or DSLR with a big telephoto lens, I would recommend the bigger one. As I say, I'll put all 3 links in the description below. They are affiliate links, So I get a slight cut, but you pay no more than anybody else would, and it does go a long way in supporting my channel. So give it a go. That is my recommendation. I am definitely going to use this extensively for B-roll and when I'm on location. And I do hope that you found this useful. Please remember to hit that like and subscribe button. Your support for the channel is massively appreciated. Please remember to like and subscribe to the channel and also check out these videos next. Thank you very much for your time in watching this video. And until next time, thank you and see you soon.